You know that feeling when you're scrolling through endless listings, trying to picture a massive grill island in your backyard, and you keep wondering if you'll end up with a half-built mess that just eats up space and money? I've been there. The last thing anyone wants is to drop a few $1,000s on an outdoor kitchen that looks great on paper, but ends up being more hassle than happy hour. So today I'm going to walk through the Verthmia outdoor kitchen island with built-in grill and see whether it actually delivers on the promise of a full-blown patio cooking station, or if it's another Nicito Have that turns into a Nicito Regret. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the past week looking at how people set up these islands, reading a handful of forums where backyard chefs talk about the nitty-gritty of daily use, and even chatting with a couple of owners who already have the Verthmia model installed. What emerged is a pretty clear picture of who will get the most bang for their buck and who should probably keep their grill on a portable stand instead. First off, the biggest question people have is, do I really need a whole island, or can I just stick with a standalone grill? The Verthmia Island is essentially a compact outdoor kitchen in one piece, for high-output burners pushing out a total of 500 BTU, a stainless steel grill, an integrated 7-quart refrigerator, a stainless sink with a faucet, and a heavy-duty rotisserie that can hold up to 25 pounds. If you love the idea of moving from prep to sear without stepping back inside, that workflow alone can justify the footprint. I've seen owners line up a whole weekend brunch on this thing, starting with fresh fruit and pastries kept cool in the fridge, chopping veggies at the sink, then firing up the burners for a batch of pancakes and a side of smoked brisket on the rotisserie. The whole process feels like a backyard version of a restaurant line, and that's a real convenience you can't get from a single burner grill. Now, who should consider this island? First, families or small gatherings that happen regularly in the backyard. If you entertain at least once a week and you already have a patio or deck that can accommodate a roughly 8-foot wide unit, the added storage and prep space will shave minutes off your cooking time. It also makes sense for people who want to keep a clean aesthetic. Everything is built into a single stainless frame, so you're not juggling a grill, a cooler, and a separate sink. The 304 stainless steel construction is rust-proof, which matters if you live in a humid climate or near the coast. It'll hold up season after season without the pink stains you see on cheaper grills. On the flip side, if you live in an apartment with a tiny balcony, or you only fire up the grill a few times a year, this island is probably overkill. The unit weighs well over 200 pounds, so you'll need a solid concrete slab or a reinforced deck to support it. It isn't something you can just wheel out of the garage and set up on a lawn. Also, the initial cost is significantly higher than a traditional propane grill, so you need to be comfortable with that upfront investment. Let's talk about the practical strengths. The most obvious is the cooking power. For burners, give you the flexibility to run a high-heat sear on one side while simmering a sauce on another, and the total 500 BTU means you can get a solid char on steaks in minutes. The rotisserie is a standout feature. The 25-pound capacity lets you handle a whole chicken, a small turkey, or a pork shoulder without needing an extra spit. The double-lined hood does a decent job of trapping heat, so the rotisserie cooks evenly, and you won't have to babysit the temperature like you would on a basic grill. The integrated refrigerator isn't just a gimmick either. It's big enough for a few bottles of wine, a pack of burgers, and a side of salads. In my conversations with owners, the most praised moment was being able to pull a cold beer straight from the fridge while flipping the grill, keeping the flow of a party uninterrupted. The stainless sink adds another layer of convenience. You can rinse veggies right there, or quickly wash off a grill brush without trekking back inside. That eliminates the "I'm going to ruin my kitchen floor with grease" worry that many people have when they use an outdoor grill but keep their prep inside. However, there are a few practical weaknesses. You